Assistència de Xavi, més cap a dreta per Messi, Messi, immens Messi, encara Messi, increïble, no m'ho puc...
Here's Baabiee! Teenage kicks! The ultimate teenage kick!
Nani. Rooney! Oh, wonderful! What a goal! And what a time! In what a place! What a player! Wayne Rooney out of this world! 2-1 United! One of the great goals in the history of the Manchester Derby.
Yes, it's Wales Weekend Total Sports
on the track.
On Wales Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred awesome radio. Good afternoon and welcome to the sport program this afternoon. My name is Lizet Femi-oloyade, your one and only sport Baabiee. Mo kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ sọ ní Yorùbá. I wanted to say ẹ káàsán, But yes, I have with me in the studio ID Bobo. I go to talk Yoruba small for my ID. ID, how are you doing this afternoon?
I'm fine. Dadan. Ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ kan gagbọ́n má gbé. A ti dé lọ́sàn náà ni. A tún máa gbé yín débẹ̀ àwọn onígbàgbé yín síbẹ̀. Ìdòwú Ọlábọ̀dé lórúkọ tèmi ID Bobo. Ẹ má máa ń dùn mí. Ohun tó wà ń tà ní.
We'll use it like that. And yes, let's have the weekly, event review on sport this afternoon. Let's start from the local news. Let's start from, AFCON don't finish, but we still talk about AFCON. It never stop like this now. FIFA done already. CAF done already sanction Algeria with player suspension and heavy fines following the disciplinary breaches and crowd misconduct during AFCON 2025. Now, they've imposed a series of sanctions on Algeria, the match suspensions for players, significant financial penalties, following incident during the CAF 2025 that was hosted in Morocco. Now, this one was reviewed from the 10th of January. The goalkeeper, Lucas Zidane, has been handed a 2-match suspension for unsporting conduct. The ban will also serve during the 2027 AFCON qualifying campaign. Also, the defender Rafik Begali has also been sanctioned with a 4-match suspension for what CAF described as aggressive and intimidating behavior toward a match referee at the conclusion of the game. However, 2 of the 4 matches have also been suspended, subject to a 1-year probationary period beginning from the date of the ruling. And also, CAF further fined the Algerian Football Federation a total of $100,000 for multiple breaches of the CAF disciplinary code, and a $5,000 fine was imposed after Algerian players received 5 yellow cards in a single match, and that is a violation of Article 130. And also, hey God, also fine us the cry they go for these Algerian people. An additional $25,000 fine was levied for the misconduct of players and officials after the final whistle, action CAF rule that brought into the dispute in breaches of another code again, that they were in breach of. And also $5,000 for the use of smoke devices, $5,000 again for the throwing of objects, another $10,000 for security failures after supporters attempted to force their ways through the stadium barriers, $50,000 for offensive and abusive gestures towards match officials, including the display of banknotes. Now, let me take this to you, ID, before we talk about the appeal from the Algerian side back to CAF. Do you think that all this, you think that it is fair on Algeria side?
Ó fair. Torí tá bá wo nǹkan tí wọ́n ṣe lọ́jọ́ yẹn. Though match ti fẹ́ tán. Tí àwọn kan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀. Pàápàá jùlọ ká ní pé ọlọ́pàá ò bá pọ̀ àwọn stewards. Tí wọ́n bá pọ̀ ní match lọ́jọ́ yẹn. Torí gbogbo nǹkan tí wọ́n kà sílẹ̀ yìí. Ọjọ́ match against Nigeria ló fẹ́ pọ̀ jù.
Yes.
Nígbà tí match yẹn lọ síbi tó máa ti parí ni wọ́n ń ṣe àwọn kan tí wọ́n ṣe yẹn. Kí ni wọ́n ṣe ni pé inú bí àwọn fans wọn. Wọ́n fẹ́ yabo pitch, wọ́n fẹ́ invade pitch. But àwọn security personnel yẹn wọ́n nílò láti lè dá wọn dúró kó má invade pitch. And then wọ́n tún ju àwọn fireworks. Ohun tó wà nínú report tí referee kọ sílẹ̀ nìyẹn. And then gbogbo nǹkan tí wọ́n ṣe yẹn ló ti ní wọ́n ti sọ kí wọ́n tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ wípé no fireworks, no this, no this. So far tí wọ́n ti ṣe àwọn kan tí wọ́n ti violate rules yẹn, ibi tí no matter ibi tí wọ́n ti ṣe wọ́n ṣe é. Torí ẹ̀ àwọn èèyàn sábà máa sọ wípé wọ́n á sọ pé ẹni báyìí ṣe lè wọ́n bá wí, ẹni báyìí ṣe lè wọ́n bá wí. Ohun tó bá ti jẹ́ òfin ni. When something is law, is law. Since you have violated the law, there's penalty for it. That's the penalty for Algeria. Ohun tó bá kù tó ṣẹlẹ̀ lẹ́yìn we do not know. That's the penalty for the offence they committed that day.
And you actually think that is not too much, because if you calculate everything like this now, it'd be like $200,000 where they go as fine. Apart from then being banned. What's it called? Their goalkeeper was banned for 2 matches. Their defender also, and even some of their matches were also banned. Don't you think it was too much, or do you think it's actually fair on their own part?
It's not that it's too much or it's not too much. But CAF did not expect them to accept it like that. CAF expect them to go to appeal.
There's actually an appeal for it.
There's
actually an appeal for it.
Appeal Godowa for it, so that maybe they will reduce the punishment or not. But once at least Algeria to the can't just accept it like that. They need to appeal for it.
And in response, the Algerian Football Federation have confirmed that they will immediately file an appeal in accordance with CAF regulation. The federation stated that it will closely monitor the appeal process while reaffirming its commitment to defending Algerian football interests and respecting CAF's official procedures. Also, let's not forget that, the Algerian side also, talking about FAF, they actually also filed a complaint for the referee that was officiating during the match between Nigeria and them, and we've not really had anything else with anything else after that. Them filing a complaint with them and with the referee. Don't you think that this particular fine and stuff, that the sanction that CAF has put up, then do you think that it will overshadow their own complaint to them?
Tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé ká ní pé àwọn ò bá ṣe ogbon kan yẹn tí wọ́n ṣe file complaint yẹn ó ṣeé ṣe kí CAF fojú bẹ̀ wòran, but ẹ̀yin tẹ́ fẹ́ file complaint ẹ̀yin kan ti wà at fault, though they might look into that thing later
on,
but not now, because wọ́n rò pé maybe they are just finding somewhere to hide ní gbogbo complaint tí wọ́n file yẹn, though because these referees they are working for CAF and CAF representatives there too, they are watching, though CAF wọ́n lè má fẹ́ gbà kí Algeria no match yẹn because the rift between Morocco and Algeria, because if Algeria defeated Nigeria that day, they are going to face Morocco, which they did not. Torí ẹ̀ gbogbo àwọn kan báyìí náà ni CAF náà wò mọ́ra wọn torí wọn ò ní fẹ́ fẹ́ ohun tó máa ṣe wàhálà, though nǹkan táwọn náà file on their side, though that match the referee that officiated that match that day, I did not see any fault in his work.
Only the handball. Yes.
But torí pé ẹ̀yin náà wá file but ẹ ti ṣẹ̀ sí òfin CAF, àwọn fans yín fẹ́ invade pitch, keeper yín náà ṣe nǹkan ńlá eléyìí, ìbàdàn náà ṣe eléyìí, gbogbo àwọn yẹn ẹ̀sùn yẹn ti wà nílẹ̀ nínú match report. Tẹ́lẹ̀ bá kọ report yín, tẹ́ bá file complaint against the referee that officiated that match. Firstly, wọ́n kò pé ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀ ń kọ̀ọ̀kan yìí ìwà wo lẹ́yìn náà wù. Àwọn èèyàn yìí they violate the rules in the first place. Though you have complained that something, but you too you are at fault. Fault yẹn wọ́n á kọ́ yọ sílẹ̀ náà, yẹn á kọ́ ṣe. Torí pé referee CAF ló bá ṣiṣẹ́, wọn lè expect kí CAF sáré sanction referee yẹn báyìí, but CAF á kọ́ ṣe side tí wọn kan tí àwọn ṣe tí gbogbo ayé rí tí kò dáa. Later ó ṣeé ṣe kí CAF wò bẹ̀ ọkàn máa wò bẹ̀.
Okay. Now we're still talking about fine and sanction right now, and it is not news that the Confederation of African Football CAF has taken action, against Morocco and Senegal following that controversial AFCON 2025 final. Actually, it was even Morocco that first ever started. At the CAF, at the FIFA, ni want to be back this final. Gel with them. They won't know waiting goes up. And he get one day where they listen to Raymond. Raymond they talk say in like as Morocco won't even drag CAF and FIFA. Say the Ashiri waiting they don't plan. Say in go come out.
You say in like waiting.
In like waiting Morocco won't do as they won't drag FIFA CAF. And now FIFA and CAF they want drag. Okay. Say in like as they won't do them like they say now like this they will can't know the secret way they there. You know say if we know lie if we check the officiating of the concluded AFCON Morocco and the officiating of Ivory Coast AFCON is very very different. It looked like it was planned as a compensation for Morocco. So Raymond they talk on that they say in like as Morocco actually won drag them. You agree with that one?
Honestly, it's good. I agree with that one. The thing be say Musepe, CAF president, vice president of CAF is from Morocco. And for North Africans to allow South Africa candidate
to be
the head of CAF because North Africans they have higher rate.
They believe they have higher rate.
They believe.
Make we use believe.
No, they believe that they have a because all of us were in Africa.
Yes.
But because maybe their color or something like that, we have the amenities, the infrastructure, the everything. That's why they believe that they have the higher hand. And if you vividly watch this 2025-2026 AFCON that was just concluded, you will think like this thing is a plan work between Morocco and CAF because all officiating is
to Morocco side.
Make
it shall work for them.
All the officiating is working for Morocco since the beginning. But the to play don't was semi-final. Especially that game against Cameroon. A lot of chances. But because Morocco is just shouting, Cameroon is just shouting, because most of us did not watch the match.
Yes.
But because of their complaint, and when they now played against Nigeria, the thing is now glaring that Morocco is cooking something.
Legit Ojuro Lenshe.
Musepe is on seat that day.
Yes.
Watching the match. And when the match is ended, ó force ibi tí wọ́n fẹ́ kí ó force ni pé kí Morocco kò wọ final. But Ọlọ́run tó jù wọ́n lọ ó ti jẹ́ kí wọ́n.
Wọ́n tún fún Ghana coach gan tó referee lọ́dọ̀ yẹn wọ́n fún ní best referee.
Torí pé iṣẹ́ tí wọ́n ló ṣe.
Ó ṣe dáadáa.
Gbogbo fíìmù yẹn ní Senegal ti rí tiwọn. Àwọn ti lọ ṣiṣẹ́ lé lórí.
Àwọn lọ prepare fún ni.
Wọ́n complain pé ibi tí wọ́n fi àwọn sí
wọ́n fẹ́ train kò dáa.
Wọ́n fẹ́ train kò dáa ibi tí wọ́n fi wọ́n sí kò dáa. Ṣé nígbà tí wọ́n lọ sí AFCON ti Ivory Coast ṣé irú ẹ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀?
Àbí o.
Irú ẹ̀ ò ṣẹlẹ̀ náà. I told you that la host la gbà ni Morocco fẹ́ ṣe but the thing turns other way round for them. Irú ẹ̀ fi ṣẹlẹ̀ tó pé do ká má parẹ́ o penalty tí Baabiee Diaz gbà yẹn ó lọ fà o penalty yẹn ó lọ fà torí pé irú penalty báyẹn nínú history nígbà tí Mendy tó wà as keeper of Chelsea against Manchester City Kun Aguero náà gbá penalty báyẹn tí Mendy ra gbé báyẹn nípa irú same penalty náà ni Baabiee Diaz náà gbá ṣùgbọ́n àárín yẹn ó yọ lọ ṣùgbọ́n ó yẹ kí wọ́n tọ́nà wo ìdí ara wọn there's something between Morocco and CAF.
Yes, exactly. And if you want to know what happened, I don't think anybody doesn't know what happened in the final between Morocco and Senegal. But yes, the governing body is reading all available footage, and of course they will refer to the matter very, very soon. According to what I even had, I think before Tuesday, there will be a verdict on whoever is going to collect the ban or fine or whatsoever.
Between Morocco
and Senegal. Because I mean, a penalty awarded to Morocco was there. A disallowed goal for Senegal was there. Papitol also asking his players to leave the pitch was there. Talking about Papitol right now, I feel like he's already feeling the heat also. Because there's a video that he came out and he was apologizing for it. And also, let us take a look at it. Yeah, I don't actually think that the country itself, talking about Senegal, has come out to back Papitol. Have you seen it?
No, see Daddy back.
Don't you think that it is, I'm not saying it's exactly wrong on their part, but don't you think that it is very, it's somehow nonchalant of them to just leave him to it as a country?
They should not leave it to that coach because that coach work for them.
Exactly. She be one gbé trophy kiri one fin snap mo tún rí picture president.
Wọ́n tún sọ pé a day free fún àwọn èèyàn wọn nílùú.
So why have they not come out yet to he's wrong. We no feel like say Papitol no dey wrong because in all aspect he no suppose tell them say make dem leave the pitch. But if they have not done that, I don't think it's going to be the same case right now.
Sure.
So why is it that Senegal has not come out till now to say something that to reduce the ban or whatever they are going to give to Papitol?
And then maybe they think that the ban is fair on their side because what that coach did that day, is against the law of football. At least tell me about Shoma from 10 match band. To poni kí wọ́n kó lórí pitch. Modern day football ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́. It's rather than to settle it, not to not tell your players to leave the pitch. But don't wọ́n wọ̀ pé, and then tell me recently ìkíni ẹ̀ pé Federation Football Senegal àwọn ni ó yẹ kó ṣe iṣẹ́ yẹn. Àwọn ló yẹ kó bóyá wọ́n ti wá ń fáìlì ní ìsìtàwà ọmọ, but àwọn ló yẹ kó ṣe iṣẹ́ yẹn. At least wọ́n ti máa bá nẹ̀ kò yẹ kí wọ́n kọ̀ gbà just like that.
Àtẹ̀tẹ̀ mọ́ kí wọ́n máa bá nẹ̀ ká má parọ́.
Sure.
But àkìtì kí wọ́n wá fi sílẹ̀ pé.
Wọ́n máa fi sílẹ̀ báyìí pé kó ṣe kí nǹkan kí punishment yẹn kó pọ̀ tó báyìí. Maybe cup tí wọ́n gbà ó ti overwhelm wọn ní ó jẹ́ kí wọ́n wo side coach pé coach tó gba kínní fún wa ló ń jẹ ìyá yìí, but bóyá wọ́n tún wọ́n pé ó fi ẹ̀ lọ́dọ̀ tiwọn and then bóyá wọ́n ti ń fa ìkéèsì yẹn táwa ò mọ̀ láti lè gbé lọ sí iwájú àwọn CAF or FIFA, only God knows.
But yes, CAF has not yet announced the exact sanction for Senegal and their coach Papito. But yes, they are expected, to face disciplinary measures, and we are waiting for it. Come Tuesday, we are going to hear the verdict on that one. And yes, so we still want to talk about fine, but that one not the one we consign MPFL. But yes, the game between West Ham and Sunderland is on right now, 24 minutes in, and surprisingly, West Ham already has the lead in it with 1 goal. But before we go to the MPFL, the FIFA has finalized deal for 30 new pitches in Morocco. Honestly, I have to say that Morocco waiting I feel like at a point I was saying it that Maiden does give Morocco this trophy so that the remaining of the AFCON will not feel like, because I still feel like no other country has come out to bid for the next AFCON, so it might still be Morocco that will host the next AFCON, like, you understand. So in my head I was like, Morocco ni AFCON want to share from so that the next one will be free and fair.
Last week, everybody is just shouting, wọ́n gbé lọ sí Morocco. Ṣáwọn countries tó kù náà jáde láti wá bá Morocco compete pé okay, next AFCON starting gbọ́ pé Tanzania, Uganda,
next AFCON yẹn gan wọ́n tún sọ pé wọ́n tún lè ṣe ní 2027 pé bóyá 2028 torí pé àwọn country ẹ̀ wọ́n mọ̀ bóyá wọ́n ti ready fún 2027.
torí pé wọ́n máa náwó torí pé ọ̀pọ̀ àwọn countries yẹn ni ò fẹ́ ní pitch tó dáa bíi Morocco.
Morocco dẹ̀ ní báyìí wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe 30 new FIFA arena pitches.
Morocco ń gbìyànjú àti host World Cup.
ẹjọ mélòó ní Nàìjíríà ni.
wọ́n á ní gọ́fúsà pàbíò. Ani gosa pa bi ni yo na.
Ani Lekan Salami.
Ani Lekan Salami na. Torí ẹ̀ Morocco wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ lórí football wọn gan. Wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ lórí sport wọn gan. Torí pé wọ́n ti rí pé owó wà bikini. Àwọn náà invest.
They are really investing. I mean, every other country, even though they showed that okay, once Ojoro, they came out to say that the facilities in Morocco is literally top notch. And now FIFA has officially financed an agreement to construct 30 new FIFA arena pitches across Morocco, marking a major boost to football infrastructure and grassroots development in the North African country. And yes, in this project, we see modern standardized playing surfaces installed in various regions nationwide, to expand access to quality football facilities. It don't be quality before, like this now more quality football facilities for young players and, local communities. And now, yes, it's part of FIFA's broader strategy to promote grassroots football and create sustainable pathways for talent development. Morocco is just, continue to invest heavily in football development in recent years. Now with the addition of 30 FIFA arena pitches is expected to further strengthen the foundation of the game at the youth and yes, now community level. And yes, talking about fine, let's go straight to the MPFL this afternoon. Raymond Stars has been charged by the Nigerian Premier Football League (NPFL) for multiple breaches of the league framework and rules following crowd disturbances during the March Day 20 fixture against Ikorodu City on January 14th. No be small to Raymond Stars they go through this season. I never see team where they supposed to be defending champion one season. Oman Shele.
Ní MPFL ó lè gba league kó lọ relegate ní next season.
MPFL yìí ṣá.
MPFL ó lè láti gbá gan but tó pé ibi táwa wà wọ́n fi hàn bóyá pé MPFL lè èyí lè gba league kó lọ relegate ní next season. Kano Pillars àti gba league rí wọ́n lọ ń bá sọ relegation yìí torí ẹ̀ mò ń sọ nígbà tí wọ́n gba league ní last season pé tó bá ṣe kí wọ́n lè ṣe back to back but ó lè fún wọn láti ṣe back to back wọ́n ti gba ban lórí pa wọn fans wọn lọ ń jà ní Kòòdú tí wọ́n lọ nígbà match wọ́n sì Ìbàdàn ni wọ́n ń gbé bọ̀ match bíi mẹ́ta wọn máa wá gbá níbàdàn nísìnyí báyìí ojú bẹ́ẹ̀ gan lọ torí ẹ̀ nǹkan tó ń ṣe Raymond Stars ń sìn nǹkan tó pọ̀ díẹ̀ ni but àwọn náà kojú time tiwọn náà lọ́wọ́ ni tó bá yá àwọn náà sì máa overtake wọ́n sì máa kọjá time tí àwọn náà tí wọ́n kojú lọ́wọ́ báyìí.
Yes, according to the MPFL, the league champions failed to provide adequate and effective security for the match, an oversight that led to a violent confrontation between supporters of both clubs, and the incident has resulted in injuries to away fans and damage to vehicles associated with Ikorodu City. As a result of this, the club has been handed a series of financial penalties. Raymond Stars were fined 2 million for failing to provide adequate security, an additional 1 million naira for the throwing of objects onto the field of play. A further 1 million naira fine was imposed for the improper conduct of supporters. 1 million naira again was leveled for misconduct capable of bringing the league into disrepute, and the club was also ordered to pay 2 million in compensatory costs to cover damages to the Ikorodu City timbers and injuries sustained by their supporters. And beyond the financial sanction, the MPFL has ruled that Raymond Stars will play the remainder of the 2025-26 home fixtures at the Lekan Salami Stadium in Ibadan, following the incident at the home ground in Ikene. And my question actually is, before we even say that, we have August visitor in the studio with us right now. Yes. Okwe is in the studio with us. Okwe, how are you this afternoon? Welcome.
It's in August visitor.
Now January we did, but now August visitor we will call you.
Well, to be honest, I've actually not been here in this 2026. So good afternoon to all our wonderful listeners. Yeah, Kilewi. I'm not coming today, but I didn't know doing. So in this year 2026, good afternoon to all our wonderful listeners and viewers all over the world. Another beautiful edition of West You Can Total Sports from my favorite radio station, West Radio 9.3 FM. I am Okwe, the son of Odola. Welcome on board this afternoon. Okay, so let me put this one to you, right? Okay. This issue of violence in MPFL, and then later on you will say you will not play the remaining of your game in your stadium. Do you think is actually doing the right purpose? Like, do you think it is I don't know, the people are actually learning their lesson, the clubs are learning their lesson, or you think it's like a normal thing that all these clubs don't already know, say if anything stop like this, na kuku fine we go pay last come play in stadium wa? Well, it's going to be difficult because the last time we saw this happen was exactly that I'm going at, because Kano Pillars, and I think since that time that happened, we haven't heard anything from them, because points were deducted for them. Fine of I think over 9.5 million naira or thereabouts. That was the fine that they paid for the misconduct against, I think that was Shooting Stars, because some of our players they saw they were injured in that fixture. So away from that, I think coming from Raymond Stars, they are the defending champion. I heard you saying one champion when I was coming inside. So it is very, very disgusting and embarrassing coming from Raymond Stars, because currently they are one of the most presentable Nigeria clubs that we can present outside the country.
Yeah.
Because okay, now let's say they are playing the CAF Continental Football, be it CAF Champions League or CAF Confederations Cup. Okay, now if you get to host North African teams that are very, very stubborn, we also saw what Morocco did. To what Morocco at large the country said what they did in the just concluded AFCON. So now we've been seeing what they have been doing. I think this is beyond NPFL or NFF. CAF also has to put hands in it. I understand they do not have much power when it comes to the league because the governing body of the league has to be like they have to have power. They have to be autonomous when it comes to their league. So for CAF, because confederations how things are happening now, if there's a CAF like CAF football Confederations Cup or CAF Champions League, it's going to be difficult to to bend this club. So definitely I think NPFL, as I did deducting points for them, because I don't think points were deducted for them. They are not in a good position, so they should punish them severely. If they are, let's say now fine, their coach is back, talking about Daniel Gumode, who has been I feel I should call it holiday because I don't know who sent him to go and be assistant coach to say coach. He left your own main job. So
AFCON holiday.
So he and Fidelis Lechuku, Enon Rangers and Raymond, they've been on the. I'm glad they are both back. I saw the welcoming video of Fidelis Lechuku. But personally, I think NPFL, they have to do better. They need to start deducting points. I understand that points were deducted from Kano Pillars.
I feel like the points that was deducted from Kano Pillars made them sit up.
Actually, so if you should do the same to Raymond Stars, because Raymond Stars, since they won the league last season, they are not in the top 10
at all.
They are not even doing very well. They don't look like who is going to get back to their form. So points should be deducted. So it should add salt to their injury. That's what I feel. I think it's going to be the best.
Well, let's talk about that one. And here, let's go to fixtures game coming up today in the NPFL. Katsina United and Plateau United will be playing by 3:30 p.m. Yes, I just confirmed Raymond Stars is 15th on the table.
They're not part of the top 10.
Ah, child.
Oh, Dara.
And yes, games coming out tomorrow in the NPFL. Academy Warriors and Ikorodu City will be playing by 3 p.m. Barrow and Bayelsa United will be playing by 3:30 p.m. Abia Warriors and Nasarawa United by 4 p.m. Enugu Rangers and Warriors FC by 4 p.m. The game between Cryonat and Rivers United FC is postponed because of the game right now that is going on in the CAF Confederation. Yes, right now, Niger Tornadoes and Eimba is playing by 4 p.m. Shooting Stars will be playing at home with Bendel Insurance by 4 p.m. Wiki Torres and Kano Pillars by 4 p.m. Yes, still on local news, going to the CAF Champions League. Results played yesterday in Group B. Al Ahly SC defeated Young Africans 2-0. Going to Group C, it was a draw. Yes, Mamelodi Sundown FC and Al Hilal Omdurman settled for a 2-2 scoreline with a red card in that game for Al Hilal. And right now in the CAF Champions League, Rivers United FC and Power Dynamos are playing 7 minutes in and it's still 0-0. Let me push this to idea. Rivers, to be honest, I feel like, yes, like we used to say, the Nigerian Premier Football League is a very competitive one. But when we go outside of Nigeria, we don't always do well.
Nigeria can share that about CAF tournament.
Yeah.
N tó sì fa ni pé àwọn players tá ń lò níbí báyìí wọ́n dá fún láti play fún NPFL. Wọ́n ṣe àwọn players tó lè lọ play fún CAF tournament. Why ni pé number one a máa wo age wise. Ọ̀pọ̀ àwọn players tá ń lò tó player bá sọ pé 22 lòun ẹ lọ wò dáadáa ó ti lé 22.
mo rí kinní kan ní wíìkì wọ́n ní Nwabali 21 years old.
No, Nwabali is over 21. No, like I don't even know its real football age.
But wetin I see na 21 years old Nwabali, like I was like.
You sure see it verified too?
Na 21 I see.
I go check.
Everywhere first blow. I say wait, waiting they have something like this.
And then number 2 ni pé àkọ́kọ́ ọ̀pọ̀ àwọn players yẹn age wise wọ́n ti dàgbà. Number 2 ni pé sports facilities kò tó fún wọn. Ọ̀pọ̀ àwọn kóòn táwọn ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń train yẹn ọ̀pọ̀ sábà lórí àwọn kóòn báyẹn mọ́ oríṣiríṣi irinṣẹ́ láti fi train ló ti wà. Number 3 exposure láti lọ play ní CAF. Number 4 ni pé òṣèlú tó wà nínú football CAF ní Nàìjíríà ọ̀pọ̀ sábà mọ́ ẹ mọ orí Kwara United ọlọ́ba àsántí kọ̀tọ̀kọ̀tọ̀ nílé kọ̀tọ̀ àbí kọ̀tọ̀kọ̀tọ̀
Asante Kotoko in Ghana.
ọlọ́play wọn ní Ghana ó gbá omi ayò ẹ̀ta omi wọ́n wá sílé wọn náà ní 1-0. Raymond Tanatana sọ yìí náà ó lọ play wọ́n wá nà mọ́lé ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ rájá Casablanca lọ́wọ́ nà Raymond Tanatana mọ́lé.
No, Mamelodi Sundowns.
Mamelodi Sundowns wọ́n wá nà mọ́lé 5-1 ẹni tó pé òun ni ó gbé league Nàìjíríà dání wọ́n wá nà mọ́lé 5-1 torí ìwé àwọn kan báyà máa pé and then Raymond ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ máa lọ lọ́dọọdún wọ́n máa ń lọ wọ́n ti lé experience kí ló tó ṣẹlẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ náà Rivers United náà bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni èyí ń bà torí ọ̀pọ̀ àwọn player tá à ń lò wọ́n ń ṣe CAF standard àyẹ̀tá bá lè máa wá CAF standard láti lè máa lò fún àwọn players sí. Number 2 ṣé àwọn tí ó jẹ́ tó ń ṣàkóso àwọn teams sí ṣé wọ́n mọ̀ nípa òṣèlú CAF tó lọ́pọ̀ gbà ìyẹn wá sílé yín ó máa mú 1 point tẹ́yìn bá lọ síbẹ̀ wọn ò ní fẹ́ kẹ́ play wọn ò ní fún yín ní pitch tó dáa wọn ò ní fún yín ní facilities tó dáa láti fi train nígbà wọn kìíní yìí ló máa ń fà á àdàwọn player tí wọ́n gbé sílẹ̀ báwo ni wọ́n ṣe sọ láti lè play against àwọn tí wọ́n fẹ́ play against wọn tó ń gba wọn kìíní ló ń fà á tí ó kì í jẹ́ kí Nàìjíríà máa ṣe dáadáa and then tá a bá padà sílé ká wá túnṣe láti sàlẹ̀ wọ́n ní amúkan ẹ̀rọ ẹ̀wọ́ olókè lẹ́wọ̀ ẹ̀wò sàlẹ̀ that's pé tí ń pilẹ̀ bá bàjẹ́ kí lóòdò yóò ṣe when the foundation is 40 kí ni builders fẹ́ ṣe.
What will the righteous do?
That's it.
Pastor ID, Woli ID.
tí pilẹ̀ bá ti bàjẹ́ when the foundation is 40
first blow.
that's it. What else do you want them to do again?
Let's actually talk about the game between Rivers United and Power Dynamos. If we say we should look at it on paper, Rivers United is sitting at the top of the table in MPFL. And if we check the last 5 games of Rivers United, they've lost twice, won twice, and they drawed once. And the one that they even lost, they lost to Barrow 4 goals to 1. And if we check the other side, talking about Power Dynamos, right? They've lost 3 times, they've won once, and they've drawn once. So that means on paper, Rivers United is supposed to be the better team. Now they are 10 minutes in, and Power Dynamos are already, they already have shots on target, and they've converted their chances already. Now let's just see, who do you think is going to come out victorious in this game?
àwọn méjèèjì kankan náà ni wọ́n ṣùgbọ́n ẹni tó bá ṣàmúlò àǹfààní pàápàá jùlọ ẹni tó wà nílé tó pé Rivers United lọ bá wọn nílé ni ó ṣeéṣe kí Power Dynamos kí wọ́n lo pé àwọn làwọn wà nílé fún Rivers United and ẹ̀ta ló sọ pé Rivers United lè lọ nà wọ́n mọ́lé ó depend lórí form ti Rivers.
Now wetin I wan talk with that because if you dey for house Barrow wey come dey wey just enter this thing beat you 4 goals to 1, if you come comot go outside, this Power Dynamos wetin be the certainty say they no fit beat you or you fit beat them?
ó lè nà wọ́n mọ́lé wọ́n lè nà ṣùgbọ́n ní CAF Rivers United ò ṣe dáadáa torí àwọn tó ń jọ wà ní kinní yẹn àwọn yẹn le jù wọ́n lọ torí àwọn yẹn sì báyìí 5-6 làwọn yẹn wà. 6-6 wọ́n jọ wà àwọn tó ń jọ wà.
RSC
Baabiee 6 points and Pyramid 6. Rivers ló wà 1 point and Power Dynamos wọ́n jọ wà nísàlẹ̀ ni káyọ̀ Rivers bá lè rí 1 point ọkọ̀ win níbẹ̀ yẹn jáde káwọn tó fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n ó lọ bá wọn nílé ni a sì mọ̀ pé ní Africa home advantage always tell.
Let me push this to Okwe. The game between Pyramid, Power Dynamos and Rivers United FC. Who do you think coming out? Who do you think will come out victorious in this game?
Ooh, wow.
Who do you think will come out victorious in this game?
Fernandez. Right
now the game between West Ham and Sunderland. What is going on? 42 minutes in, and it's already 3-0. West Ham right now is showing off. I can't remember the last time that Sunderland was humiliated like this.
To be honest, like, you are shocked about Sunderland. I'm more shocked about West Ham because I can't remember the last time they had this victory. It's fine, they have not won, but looking at them, 3-0 in just 43rd minute, like in 43 minutes. So even that goal was a banger. For Nuno Santo, I thought he was going to be sacked in this January. To be honest, because he has been so poor since they got to the Amas. So I thought he's going to get sacked this January, but looking at how he's been turning things around, so it's going to be difficult for him to be sacked. So definitely, it's going to be more difficult. Like, that was like maybe 20-something yards out.
That goal was amazing.
Come on, that was like 20-something yards out.
That goal was amazing.
Come on.
Okay, let's go back to the game between Rivers United FC and Power Dynamos.
I think, for the question, they both deserve to win. And who needs the win more? I think I would say Rivers United. Because, looking at it, they both have same points. Out of 4, there are 4 teams in that group. RSC Berkane, we have Pyramids of Egypt. They are both with 6 points. They played 2 games, talking about RSC Berkane and Pyramids. They've won the 2 games they've played. So that means they both have 6 points. For Rivers United and Power Dynamos, they are playing their 3rd game out of 6 games they are going to be playing in this group. So they are playing the 3rd game currently now. They both had 1 point each. And for Power Dynamos, they are from Zambia. We have former Shooting Stars defender is starting for them. Baabiee is currently starting for Power Dynamos. So it is not really a tough team for Rivers United. But looking at how they've been playing recently in MPFL, they are the table toppers. So I expect them to show why they are number 1. Why they are number 1 in the Nigerian league. Fine, our league might not be part of the top 5 in Africa.
Sure.
Zambia league is also not part of the top 5 in Africa. So tell me where the superiority wants to come from, talking about the result of this game. So I'm looking forward to see Rivers United pick up maximum points against Power Dynamos. There's nothing special about Power Dynamos. You've lost in Nigeria, talking about Rivers United. They've lost to, I think, Pyramids of Egypt in Nigeria. So why is it that you cannot go to Zambia to also go and pick up maximum points where a club from Egypt has also? So tell me why they can't go there. But I think, looking at Power Dynamos, they are going to do everything possible for them not to lose this game, because if they should lose this game now, that means they have 2 more games to be played, like 3 more games to be played, and that means, if they can't get 6 points, they are going to be out of this group. Same thing for Rivers United. They need to pick up nothing less than a point today if they still want to have a chance of qualifying. But I think it's going to be difficult because RSC Berkane and Pyramids of Egypt, they are going to seal that number 1 and number 2, unless there is top place or best loser. That's the only way they can qualify. But today they need to pick up maximum points against Power Dynamos. Power Dynamos, they are not special
at all.
They are not special. So tell me why Finidi George and his boys, they cannot go to Zambia to pick up maximum points.
Yes, exactly. Now, still in Group A, RSB Berkane and Pyramid SC will meet by 8 p.m. Going to Group B today, GS Kabylie and Faraba to meet by 5 p.m. In Group D, Esperante and Simba SC will meet by 5 p.m. And now going to the CAF Accommodation Cup, USM Hoja and Joliba SC will meet by 8 p.m. And yes, tomorrow in the CAF Champions League in Group C, St. Helio Lupopo will meet with MC Oja by 2 p.m. In Group D, Stade Malien and Petro Atletico will meet by 5 p.m. And now going to the CAF Confederation Cup in Group A, San Pedro and Only Cup de Safi will meet by 5 p.m. And in Group B, Nairobi United and Azam FC will meet by 2 p.m. Wada Casablanca and Manema Union will meet by 8 p.m. In Group C, Singida Black Stars and AS Otto will meet by 5 p.m. and Siao Belouizdad and Stellenbosch FC will meet by 8 p.m. And now going to Group D, Sasco United and Cassia Chiefs will meet by 2 p.m. and Zamalek SC and Namasi FC will meet by 8 p.m. Yes, let's move away from African stories and local news and go straight to the EPL. 45 minutes in, just one. How many extra points minutes did they give them?
3 points. I said 3 points. Don't enter my mind.
3 minutes, right?
3 minutes extra
Okay,
time.
yes, and the score line is West Ham 3, Sunderland 0. Are you surprised with this? I mean, we already talked about it about surprise again, but let me push this to ID. How surprised are you with this particular match between West Ham and Sunderland?
Ó yà mí lẹ́nu mi ti ẹ̀ mọ̀ pé West Ham lè na Sunderland ní 3-0 ní first half.
Ipẹ́ lè máa nà wọ́n lọ́wọ́.
wọ́n lè máa nà wọ́n lọ́wọ́ ní first half 3-0. téèyàn bá wo máàcì dáadáa bíi pé gbogbo àwọn players Sunderland bíi pé wọ́n wá sí orí pitch láti wá play ball tó dó kò sí Granit Xhaka ń bẹ̀ tó máa ń di midfield wọn mú bóyá ó ní mútẹ̀ tí wò ní bench gan kò sí ń bẹ̀ kò sì sí ní bóyá ó ní injury àbí nǹkan bọ̀ kò sí Granit Xhaka níbẹ̀ and àwọn Sadiki tó lọ sí AFCON wọ́n ti dé kò fẹ́ ní injury tó pọ̀ báwọn ṣe wá ń play against West Ham tó fi náà wọn mẹ́ta sódò though West Ham dominate wọn pé ilé ni West Ham wà and then lu Espirito Santo wàhálà wà lórí coach yẹn torí pé tí ò bá ṣe dáadáa ó ṣe é ṣe kí wọ́n gbaṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ tó dàgbà nọ́mbà 17 ló wà lórí table 17 point lóní tẹ́lẹ̀ bọ̀ bó ṣe ń wìn báyìí láti wọ́n ti bá yí sí 20 pé.
oníjẹ́ wọn ti bá yí ṣó deserve láti yí àbí.
ohun ìlọ́wọ́ báyìí.
wọ́n ní wọ́n ti bá yí ṣé kò ṣiṣẹ́ kan báyìí.
ohun ìlọ́wọ́ báyìí sí wọ́n ti bá kọ́ 20 síbẹ̀ pé nọ́mbà 17.
wọ́n bá kọ́.
wọ́n ti bá kọ́ síbẹ̀ tó tá bá wo Luis Santo kì í ṣe coach tí ó dà gbọ̀n táìmù tó kọ́ dé sí West Ham nǹkan kan yìí díẹ̀ ni tó pé Luis Santo gbà tó wà ní Nottingham Forest ní last season òun náà wà ní top 4 tó ti wà nọ́mbà 2 táwọn yóò fẹ́ lọ du league kó tó já wálẹ̀ wàhálà tó ṣẹlẹ̀ láàrin òun àti Evangelos Marinakis tó ní Nottingham Forest ló fi bẹ̀ sílẹ̀ ó sì wá sí Graham Potter ní wọ́n sack wọ́n fi gbà wọn ní West Ham dóò kò ṣe dáadáa fún wọn ṣùgbọ́n òun náà ti rí nǹkan bíi méjì láti lè ṣe nínú tíìmù yẹn lọ́wọ́n players kan náà wà tí ó perform náà ti mú àwọn ọwọ́ kan wọlé ìgbọ́n máàcì yìí mi ò expect pé ó lè máa na 3-0 in first half.
To be honest, right? Well, we're in the second half, and I mean the second half of the season, and I feel like you see Leeds United, Nottingham Forest, and West Ham 16, 17, 18. They are doing everything they can to escape relegation.
And nígbà tí Sunderland táwọn player gan lọ sí AFCON ó ṣe dáadáa.
Àbí?
Ìgbà tí àwọn player wálé láti AFCON.
If you be say wọ́n rò pé West Ham
pé pápá àná West Ham pé irú nǹkan báyẹn tí West Ham ṣe tí ò ṣe dáadáa làwọn ò bóyá àwọn lè ṣe fún West Ham and then Sunderland ẹni tó play Arsenal tó ta omi tó mú point kó lọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀ at least top league ó na Chelsea Sunderland ó wá jẹ́ ní West Ham lókì mọ́lẹ̀
3-0 ní first
half ní football nìyẹn tó bá lé ọmọ football predict ó kàn ń gbìyànjú ni tó pé kì í ṣe wọn ló fẹ́ gbà tó sọ lè predict pé West Ham ó lè máa na Sunderland ní 3-0 ní first half àbí kò jẹ́ bó ṣe jẹ́.
And now let's go to the game coming up by 4 p.m. in the EPL. Burnley and Tottenham, Fulham and Brighton by 4 p.m. The Nigerian boys are back in the camp, for Fulham. Man City and Wolves by 4 p.m. and Bournemouth and Liverpool by 6:30 p.m. Just in a very quick one, Burnley and Tottenham, who do you think will come out victorious? Let me push this talk by.
Well, Burnley has said they are not.
And the last game of Tottenham they played in the Champions League, they actually defeated. And they played against who again?
What's
Tottenham.
Tottenham. You mean in the Champions League?
Yes.
I've actually forgotten who they played against in the Champions
League. They played and
Dortmund.
Yes,
Dortmund.
And I really thought that Dortmund was actually going to.
I didn't see Dortmund picking up even a draw in that game. I thought Tottenham was going to win
before the game. Before the game, you actually thought Tottenham was going to win.
Dortmund, they always punctuate, perform well tomorrow. In the next game, they will do so.
But now, so Tottenham, so they do now.
No, this season in the Champions League, their goalkeeper alongside De Vrij, they've kept the most clean sheet.
Okay.
So they both have 5 clean sheets in 7 games. So that means they have been quite good in the Champions League compared to the even league. Even same time as Newcastle as well. They are doing very well in the Champions League. Then in the league they are fluctuating as well.
And now the
game.
So
today I see them picking up maximum point at the top more stadium against Burnley today.
Okay, the game between Fulham and Brighton. Who are you pitching your tent with?
From Brighton, the Nigerian three boys are back for the.
To be honest, without them, they were doing well. But their last game was not a good one. But without them, they were actually doing well. With them,
they were doing well because the players that were brought in to substitute for them, they wanted to prove why they deserve to be starting. That's what I just said. Because so I think the likes of Samuel Chukwueze, most especially Alex Iwobi and Kevin Bassey, these two players, they are starters when it comes to Fulham FC. But looking at Samuel Chukwueze is not really a starter. He's not really a starter at Fulham because they do bring him. Akosiba do bring him in once in a while. So definitely I was thinking yes, I expected some of the players to be picking out because before the AFCON they were actually doing well. This short guy, Ari Wilson has been very, very good for them, even before the AFCON started. So I think Alex will be getting back into that game. They'll be playing it at the Craven Cottage against Brighton and Hove Albion. I think it's going to be difficult for Brighton and Hove Albion to pick up a point at the Craven Cottage today. But I think it's going to head in a draw or Fulham to pick up maximum points. Double chance for Fulham.
Let's go to the game. This one, Man City and Wolves. My first question is, Wolves don't gbera a little bit. We know if we talk now EPL. We know if we talk say they know if we do something. Apart from that, Man City played in the Champions League against Bodø/Glimt and
from Norway.
And the Norwegian league right now is not even active. And they played against, in quote, the almighty Man City. We know the almighty again. Now, Man City has had a lot of boost lately. I mean, we've had them signing Semenyo, signing Magui, you understand? And for me, I feel like that was a statement they were passing to people in the league.
I think for the boost you mentioned, let's not forget that Cheki has been so good in the past 7 games in the Premier League. I think he's the player with most assists or second player with most assists, and he has started lesser game than the person ahead of him. That talking about Bruno Fernandes. So I think there's been a lot of boost for them. Not forgetting there's been a lot of injuries for them because currently the right back, looking at it now, Erling Haaland is likely not to start today against Wolverhampton Wanderers because in his last eight games he's only scored once, and that was against Brighton and November. It was even a penalty. So in his last 8 games he scored just once. So for Erling Haaland, I think he's likely not to start. I don't know, I've not seen it, but I think he's likely not to start today against against Wolverhampton Wanderers. But I think Wolverhampton Wanderers is actually one of the chance to prove themselves. But Pep Guardiola would want to close the gap between he and Arsenal because Arsenal game is tomorrow. So if he should win today, he's going to put the pressure back on Arsenal. Though there's not much pressure for Arsenal, but he would like to put that pressure back on Arsenal. It goes
clock it.
Everything goes so blow for your eyes very soon. It goes shock you. Also, Magui is also back. He's likely to make his starting lineup today. I'm not sure, but I think Alan should not start today. To be honest,
okay.
I think Alan should not start.
What I was actually going to even ask was, I felt like Pep Guardiola was sending a message to everybody in EPL that I'm not going to allow Arsenal to move. We want to win the league. Let me push this to Okpe. What do you think is wrong with Man City like this? Do you think there's anything wrong? Do you think it's just it just happened along the way? Just feel defeat. They will get themselves back, or do you think something is definitely wrong with Man City right now?
I think the problem is Pep Guardiola because he's trying to push in most of these new players to starting lineups because I feel he's lost belief in those that he has currently. So he's trying to force the pressure because the likes of Anthony Semenyo, he started that game, the one they won, is it 10-1 or 9-1 in the FA Cup? So Anthony against Exeter. So he started and he delivered the goal and an assist. So I think the pressure has been a little bit less on the Anthony Semenyo, but the likes of Ryan Cheki, with the way Anthony Semenyo has been performing, so he also wants to level up. So I think the pressure is just too much on this way. And of course, some player needs to be benched. Sincerely speaking, Fofana should be. I don't want to say he should be out of the squad, but he should be benched.
I never see waiting Fofana don't do.
The thing is, I'm actually one of these people that believe that if he doesn't score in a game, he's not a good player, to be honest. If he doesn't score in the game, to be honest, if he doesn't score assist in the game, I don't think he always have impact. For example, now Bukayo Saka doesn't score in the game, he will surely have impact. He will create chance. I'm not saying
you get plenty. This is where I want to talk about Bukayo Saka. We finish this part.
I'm not talking so that a lot of players, even Bernardo Silva, but due to the fact that Guardiola lost Bernardo Silva a lot, so that sentiment is beclouding his sense of judgment. To be honest, about Guardiola and Bernardo Silva, a lot of players need to be benched for Manchester City if they truly want to get the positive result that they want. Yes,
this next one, Bournemouth and Liverpool. I'm going to push this one to ID, but before then, let's go straight to Facebook. If you want to join us on live, and go to Wales Radio 893 FM fan page. Wales Radio 893 FM fan page. And yes, this is from Sadelere saying, let's have it. Good afternoon, Sadelere. And now this is from Adewumi Kazim Adeka saying, well done from New Garage. Good afternoon. Going to Henry Ariyo Adeyinka saying, well done, guys. Watching you from Oyo up Inter. No be the Inter way Arsenal destroy. And you also said Raymond stars. I don't understand this. I don't understand this, Yoruba. And yes, Samuel Ige is also here saying, good afternoon, my people. Good afternoon. Happy weekend to you. Tomorrow games, Gunners versus Man U 2-0. Gunners Man U. You said CM Arsenal Man U 2-0.
And the man make mistake.
No be mistake. And for Man City Wolves, it said 2-1. Thank you. We want to join the Wells Radio 893 fan page. Now let's go straight to the game between Bournemouth and Liverpool. Before we go straight to it, I want to ask Aide this. Do you think Liverpool is back? I mean, I don't know. I cannot remember how many clean sheets. I mean, how many wins they have right now. But do you think the Liverpool that we know, do you think they are back?
Liverpool ti dé wọ́n sì ń gbìyànjú ni àtọ̀ sí wọ́n tí wọ́n play lọ yìí ní Champions League tó lọ náà Marcel gbogbo tí wọ́n ti ń play sẹ́yìn draw ni wọ́n play wọ́n ta omi against Burnley ta mọ̀ pé ó ń kú lọ́dọ̀ Burnley ti ń dìde díẹ̀díẹ̀ wọ́n gba wọn wà pẹ̀lú wọn Liverpool ti dé dó wọ́n ti ní Mohamed Salah padà sínú squad yẹn ṣùgbọ́n Salah ò dàbí Salah tá a mọ̀ mọ́ and then lórí coach wọn náà orí àgbá ẹ̀tù ló jókòó sí gunpowder pé anything lè ṣẹlẹ̀ sóun náà tó wá pé irú máì tó wá fẹ́ play lẹ́ni yìí against the Bournemouth ẹ mọ̀ pé Bournemouth náà Semenyo ti kú mbẹ̀ wọ́n á wá ẹlòmíì tí wọ́n á fi síbẹ̀ dó wọ́n ṣe àfẹ́rí Semenyo lẹ́ni tó tá bá wo ayò tí wọ́n play in first leg 4-2 ni wọ́n gbá ó le fún Liverpool kó tó di pé òun na Bournemouth ní first game tí wọ́n play ní league yìí ṣùgbọ́n láti wá play lẹ́ni pẹ̀lú Liverpool lápò Liverpool ló wà nílé lẹ́ni Bournemouth ló wà nílé Liverpool fẹ́ lọ bá nílé Liverpool tàbọ̀ lé pé ló wọ́n máa ń play ball dáadáa ṣùgbọ́n tí pressure bá ti pọ̀ Liverpool kí n lè dì í mú pàápàá yọ ní ọwọ́ ẹ̀yìn wọn yẹn Kekes àti Van Dijk and Ibrahim Konate ṣé wọ́n lè ṣe dáadáa lẹ́ni against Bournemouth and the Bournemouth lélẹ̀ ọwọ́ iwájú wọn ẹ̀yọ̀ kan ti kó ń bẹ̀ ta ló kó ń bẹ̀ òun ni Semenyo ọwọ́ ẹ̀yìn Liverpool lélẹ̀ ó dàbí pé Ibrahim Konate ò ní play Gomez ló máa play and Frimpong ẹ sọ pé Frimpong
fún Ibrahim Konate he lost his father yesterday so
ẹ sọ pé Frimpong lélẹ̀ ó máa wà more attacking than offensive torí ẹ̀ lẹ́ni yìí mi ò fẹ́ pé Liverpool lọ láti lọ na Bournemouth mọ́lé.
So you think the scoreline is going to be what between Liverpool and Bournemouth?
I see a lot of goals there.
A lot of goals. From wait. Let us break it down. From which team?
Both teams.
From both teams.
Yes.
Okay.
wọ́n máa jọ mi àwọn torí nígbà tó ń play first leg 4-2 mẹ́fà ni wọ́n mi. torí Bournemouth náà scoring side ni wọ́n lóòótọ́ Semenyo ò sí ń bẹ̀. ṣùgbọ́n Semenyo kan ló ń gba gbogbo match. torí nígbà tí Brian Mbeumo wísà tó kò ní Brentford àwọn èèyàn òbí yàgbà Brentford ò ní ṣe dáadáa mọ́ wọ́n sì ń ṣe dáadáa wọ́n lọ gbé Thiago wá wọ́n wẹ́lómi láti replace wọn torí àwọn náà ti wẹ́lómi láti lè replace Semenyo lẹ́ni Liverpool náà fẹ́ẹ́ da báyà wọ́n máa concede goal but goals mórí tó pọ̀ but pé tí Liverpool bá máa na Bournemouth mọ́lé lẹ́ni ó máa jẹ́ pé margin tó slim gan either 3-2 or 2-1.
3-2 or 3-1. And yes, still on EPL games coming up tomorrow. Brentford and Nottingham Forest by 3 p.m. Crystal Palace and Chelsea by 3 p.m. Newcastle and Aston Villa by 3 p.m. And the match of the weekend, Arsenal and Man United by 5:30 p.m. Crystal Palace Chelsea, what's the supposed scoreline from your end?
Crystal Palace taba wo báyìí àwọn náà ní problem látọ̀dọ̀ Oliver Glasner coach Maguire they have sold it to
I'm even surprised. During the week, Oliver Glasner came out. You know, we've seen a lot of coaches coming out. They will jam talk. They will say things. But Oliver Glasner came out. He talk. They no sack him. They leave him for this.
She didn't see what West Ham they go through. And
to be honest, what he was even saying was very right because
it was very right.
I feel like that's why they don't say they will FCC there.
Team Obara players from Oliver Glasner. On problem in Crystal Palace.
He's actually going to leave at the end of the season.
113.
No, he said he's going to leave if they do not buy players.
Also, but only if I want to players from.
Don't forget, he won their first ever title for them, the
FA Cup.
So what are we talking about? He's big enough already, so you can't tell him he's a small coach. So I don't think they will find a coach like Oliver Glasner anytime soon.
But waiting Crystal Palace they do shoulder. Yes, let's pick that one. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Happy weekend, though.
Happy weekend, sir.
Okay, sir.
Right, Ivo Bo.
Yes, sir.
Emma Carson.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Where are you? It's the day I'm at the
Okay, sir.
Crystal Palace Chelsea. Si Chelsea ò bá lè ná Crystal Palace, ó yẹ kán máa fún gbogbo wọn lẹ́gbàá ni. Ìdílé léyìí o. Gbogbo players tí wọ́n ti gbà kúrò ní Crystal Palace. Even Mateta gan sìn báyìí, ó sọ pé ó tún lọ end of this month.
Probably Juventus.
Àwọn wo ló wá fẹ́ Chelsea? Ṣé kórúkọ ọmọ Chelsea tó náà tó ní injury yìí? Nketiah. Ṣé o nìkan ló fẹ́ máa ṣiṣẹ́ báyìí nínú rí mi? Because when our team here to are depleted seriously from Magui, Eze,
even Lizet, Tanatana, Bayern.
Ṣé ní kan kí ló wá ṣẹ́kù? But ní tí mo kún máa wò tó máa fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú máàṣì yẹn, àwọn yẹn náà kàn fẹ́ ṣe oṣù pé àwọn ọ̀nà fáwọn òsín bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o, àwọn ọmọ Crystal Palace. Because game yẹn ti bí London derby náà yìí wọ́n máa ń tàkà síra wọn lọ́rùn ni títí tí ò bá ṣọ́ra kó má gbèrú wọn látẹ̀yìn. That is from that match tí mo rí lórí match yẹn. Then game ti tọ̀la.
Títí Arsenal ti Man U.
Ẹ wo láti gbogbo wa láti jọ mọ̀. All of us
read it from everywhere.
Team squad sí Arsenal ní lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ sí wọ́n wà òkè. Ẹ wo tí wọ́n tò sílẹ̀ fún Inter. Kò sẹ́ni tó bẹ́ẹ̀ expect ẹ̀. Inter de máa ṣe kó àwọn náà tún fi kíni wọ́n tún forí kó ìjànkáríwọ̀. So bí ó ṣe máa rí lọ́la ń sìn kí máa yù múra ni o. Kọ́ máa sọ wípé àwọn tètè lọ score. Tọ́ bá tètè lọ score ó lè di ẹrù sí wọn nígbà. Torí Arsenal tí mo mọ̀ wọn kì í jubilate tọ́ bá kán tó parí match lẹ́yìn any game tó máa play. Kẹ́yìn parí game tó máa jubilate ni pé àwọn ti win ìyẹn àwọn opponent wọn mò ń sọ yìí. You don't jubilate early when you play Arsenal. It's better you win your game at the end of the day then jubilate. Kó má di pé at the end of the day jubilation yẹn máa di coronation. Ẹ ti understand mi. So ọ̀làsìn match yẹn ó lè má ju méjì lọ. Then Man City lọ́sàn-án yìí pẹ̀lú Wolf Man City gbọ́dọ̀ wà very careful. Pẹ̀lú nǹkan tó ń gbá ní ìjẹta àtijọ́ wo náà play wọ́n serious pẹ̀lú game tí wọ́n ń gbá mọ́sìn. Then Guardiola ti ń rí láìlè bí àwọn new players tí wọ́n ń gbà wọlé ju bó ṣe yẹ lọ. Ó lè ń change wọn wọlé tó ń play wọn yẹn. Àwọn tó kúrò ń bẹ̀ àwọn inú wọn ò ní dùn sí i. And then there is no play sí the chemistry yẹn ṣe máa tètè lè work pẹ̀lú àwọn new players at the end of the day. Èmi prefer kó lo àwọn old players ẹ̀rọ wá fẹ́ ní result. Irú àwọn tó kó àǹkó yẹn tó ń play yẹn wọ́n sì àwọn fẹ̀bí ọdún play ní right side yẹn fẹ̀bí yóò what is his name?
Matheus Nunes.
So tí wọ́n ń lo àwọn players wọ́n sì máa ní result ọdún tó ń ṣe tó ti ní affected yẹn. Wéèfù lẹ lélẹ̀ òun náà ń jàporó lọ́wọ́ ni kò fẹ́ lọ tí yóò bá ṣọ́ra wọ́n má tún lè ta omi o ẹ̀kúṣẹ́.
Yes sir. Thank you sir. Arsenal Man United 5:30 p.m. Who's going to come out victorious? If we check the last game, of Man United won Kukusini Reference League. Last game won EPL Lokukuwa Kusini Champions League. I know they shade Man U. I know they at least once a try. The only league where they get the day number 5. One show effort. One show effort.
Engba competition kan eto ni sí ní good position ní league.
Wọ́n tó bọ̀ díẹ̀.
Wọ́n tó kíni bọ̀. Ṣé ibi táwọn ẹgbẹ́ yín wà lẹ́wà?
Àwọn ẹgbẹ́ ọlọ́kọ̀.
Becoming down.
Ṣé ibi Arsenal wà lẹ́wà?
Ṣé Arsenal ti máa yìí wọ́n wà nù ẹgbẹ́?
No, Ukeri, you guys are History FC.
Ṣé o lè yọ ìtàn kúrò nínú football ni?
Past Glory FC.
Mo ti gbọ́.
Sherry, and to bear the support Manchester United in the past 10 years, they have nothing to be proud of. Aside the history.
Clock it.
I'm also talking to Arsenal. You know, so you know, say that they celebrate right now. At Arsenal, those to support Arsenal in the past 10 years, they cannot be proud of. Okay, aside one FA Cup, Arsenal at 2019 or 2020. Even you said one FA Cup and one Carabao Cup. That's it. I'm really proud. Europa 2017. So what are we not talking about? You guys have to do better.
You don't do as you don't reach both of us like this. We go count that one. Arsenal Man United. Arsenal is going to be playing at home, and we have seen the way Arsenal has been playing. I mean, Arsenal is responsible for ending some of Europe's longest unbeaten runs this season. I mean, we have the likes of Bayern Munich 17 unbeaten run, cleared it. Aston Villa 11 unbeaten run, cleared it. Inter Milan 8 unbeaten run, cleared it, and the one of Atletico de Madrid 7 unbeaten run, cleared it. And this is Man United that showed the way Man United played against Man City in the last match is what I did not expect. I mean, I feel like Man United and Chelsea for me are teams that you cannot expect when they will show off in a game. And when they start like this, you before you be able to get yourself in that game, if I don't score, you come out. Now this game, who do you think has the pressure on more, and who do you think is going to come out with the biggest scoreline? Yes.
Tabawo, Manchester United, Arsenal against Manchester United. Tabawo in first leg. Arsenal on normal you only 1-0.
Man U played actually, but Arsenal look back points.
Last match Arsenal play.
Work smart and not
last match Arsenal play. Play goalless draw 0-0 pẹ̀lú Nottingham Forest.
Even the one with Liverpool.
Tí èmi wò pé ó yẹ kí Arsenal kó ná match yẹn.
No, I have this opinion that when it comes to the EPL, let's pick this match and I'll continue my thoughts. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, it's me again.
Okay,
I remember something when Eddie was talking just now. You remember I said something last time? I want to also. Concerning result Arsenal. Nígbà tí Man City ṣáájú wọn play.
To lose.
Wípé performances Man City ó máa tell lórí match Arsenal bá play following day. Àbí later.
Yes.
Man City ó dà tí wọ́n lose.
Man U ló náà wọn.
Man U náà wọ́n lose. Ẹ wo nǹkan tí Arsenal wà lọ play ní the following game. Wọ́n lọ gbá draw. Wọ́n dẹ̀ tún wá ń jubilate pé àwọn òṣàtẹ̀ lose. Tí Man City bá tún lọ ṣe nǹkan tí ò ṣe lénìí, ẹ máa wo tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ against Man U lọ́la o. Wọ́n tún lè lọ gbá draw. But tí Man City bá ti win lénìí, ẹ gbàgbé Man U máa lose lọ́la 100%. Ẹ kúṣẹ́.
Man U Arsenal.
Man U ẹ ṣe sá. You were talking about Arsenal.
Tabawo Nottingham Forest Arsenal play. Ó yẹ kí wọ́n ná match yẹn. Wọ́n gbá òdòdó. But àwọn èèyàn wà wọ́n pẹ́ tó yẹ pé ó fẹ́ play Champions League ní òfin start àwọn bíi Bukayo Saka tó jẹ́ pé player tó wà láti Chelsea ni ó start. Player tó wà láti Chelsea Madueke.
Àwọn Messi nìyẹn.
Torí irú match yẹn yẹ kó ti pa géèmù yẹn sílẹ̀ kó wá yọ àwọn player yẹn jáde láti go play second half. Gbọ̀ngbà tó wá di Champions League ó wá kó best leg sílẹ̀.
But I also believe that when it comes to EPL, they play a lot of low block, a lot of let's also start defend.
Like defensive game.
Yeah, they don't come out to play. When we watch Champions League, the game it comes out more beautiful. Everybody is coming out to.
As much as I would love to agree with that, I would still like to disagree.
Okay.
Because you are right and you may be wrong too.
Okay.
The reason why I said you are right, it depends on the team you play against.
Okay.
See, Sunday, right from his Everton days, is known to be a draw soup. Like that man likes draw soup. He can draw anything as much as it's a football game. You see, he can draw big teams, then go ahead to lose to small teams, and he can draw anybody. See, but for the Champions League game, you claim that it happens to be more free flowing football and all of that. You may be right and you may be wrong too, because I remember Chelsea's game against Karabakh. They played 90 minutes. The ball was only in play for 48 minutes. Like they only played on the field for 48 minutes. Karabakh, they were busy kicking out the ball anyhow, because even Champions League they were sure, because when I saw the start, like after Chelsea, I think it was 1-1 that they played against Karabakh then. Out of 90 minutes, the ball was only in play for 48 minutes. So the rest of the minutes was a waste. So that means it depends on the team you are playing against. Okay. If they decide to frustrate you, trust me, be frustrated. Yeah. If they decide to they determine that today you are not picking up a point today, you are not going to pick it up, and if they decide you are not picking more than a point today, that's the draw. You are not going to get a win. So for Sunday, that man, he likes to draw. Talking about former Everton coach, who is now the head coach of Nottingham Forest, he likes to draw a lot, because if you get to check, his recent, what's it called? His recent matches, or should I even call it his fixture? So he's this man that loves to draw a lot, and he likes to lose too. See, before he played Arsenal, he's played 5 games, he lost 3 times, he drew once, and he won once. That talking about Sunday, he's not really a good coach, but he knows how to frustrate big teams. So that's it.
Yeah, let's talk about Arsenal still, and then there's this opinion of people saying that Saka does not like to pass to
Victor Gyökeres.
Is it fans being delulu, or is that true?
I think it's just a stereotype I'm not going to fall for, because we've always known Saka to be a player that.
But we've also known Arsenal to be a team that does not use strikers
like
per
that.
se.
You don't see.
And Saka has always had records. So now that he's behind the record, do you think now? I mean, there are some clear times that he's supposed to have passed the ball, but it's like, let me try and score myself too.
The thing is, for a striker like Victor Gyökeres, it's going to be very, very hard for him to flourish as Arsenal. For a team like Arsenal, because he's more of a mechanical striker, not a very technical striker. Okay. That's why you get to see at the end of the season, Gabriel Jesus is likely to end up with more goals than the supposed striker that starts most of the games. Because Gabriel Jesus, even Karabat, if Karabat were to be around, trust me, Ateta is going to start him ahead of Victor Gyökeres. I don't care how much he was bought for, or the situation behind, the situation that surrounds his transfer, because Karabat and Victor and Gabriel Jesus, they are more technical player than that of Victor Gyökeres. So I think if you want to play with Bukayo Saka, you also have to be technically sound as well. I'm not saying he's technically that or something, but his technicality is not high enough. Talking about Victor Gyökeres, so exactly. So it's not like the striker like the Drogba, blah blah blah. It's not like that. Like those of Wayne Rooney that can play anywhere, in the front three. So it's going to be difficult for Victor to flourish at Arsenal unless he adjusts to the style of play of the wingers and the midfielders, because as a striker, your success solely depends on your wingers and your midfielders. Look at Erling Braut Haaland. He's got the Midoku who can dribble the whole field and give him the final pass to score. He has Bernardo Silva, Ryan Cherki who can do it. Even when Kevin De Bruyne was at Manchester City, he's going to give him the passes, because he knows his ability. If it were to be in Manchester, it could have been more easier for them, for Victor Gyökeres. But I think for Saka, Saka is known for giving assists, just like Lamine Yamal. He prefers. I don't know. I just think he prefers to give assists than to score.
But he's not giving assists.
Exactly. So okay. Now he's not giving. He's giving the chances, but is Gyökeres even converting those chances? Fine. The chances are not really coming from Saka like that too, because he has dropped. Yes. Well, can agree that Saka has actually dropped, or should I say he's fluctuating, or should I say he's not just consistent enough?
He used to have that time when he's fluctuating.
So some matches he performs very well, and some matches he just ghosts. Talking about Bukayo Saka, even like most of us key players, but the fact that their defense is good, they've got very good midfield too. Exactly, defense like water, but very soon it goes soon choke. So it's going to be difficult. Not forgetting their midfield is also very, very good as well.
Yes.
You just need to do better with the way he plays.
Still talking about Man U. I'm still going to ask you for your scoreline. What was the scoreline, Man U Arsenal?
I think I'm seeing a 2-2 draw or a 3-2 victory for Arsenal.
Okay, ID.
Arsenal will not go.
Arsenal win or draw. Okay. Now, still talking about Manchester United. Casemiro will depart Manchester United at the end of the season upon the expiry of his contract. And yes, he posted this on his Instagram saying he will carry Manchester United with him, throughout his entire life. Say knowing when stages comes to an end, knowing when to say goodbye, when you feel like you will be remembered and respected forever. 4 months to give my all for the badge and for a goal. Casemiro, was it that I saw different reactions. I mean, some people even say that well, he was going. I'm like Man United fans Casemiro.
They are not serious.
I'm telling you.
To be honest.
Nowadays, these football fans are not even loyal again. they are even. I don't even know.
It's about what you are giving them currently. They don't care about.
They don't care about what you have given them before.
Even what you have given them before, if it's not really that strong, like if it's not strong enough, or more, they will say you have not given anything before. So even though if the evidences are there, they will say you have not done anything before. So that's it. Saka is facing a current at Arsenal. Odegaard is also facing it.
Odegaard is going through right now.
They are forgetting what this guy has done in the past.
Will you see Casemiro as a legend in
legend? How many years? It's not possible. He won 2 trophies.
I'm saying try small for man.
He tried, but he shouldn't even be in the conversation of being called a legend.
Okay,
let's call him icon or
icon.
He was a good player.
You even the vex as a talker.
And I'm saying like he's a good player because currently he's one of those that is making Manchester United to perform very well.
Yeah.
Because that midfield. Thank God Ugarte is not playing again because that guy I don't know how he plays. To be honest, Casemiro is far. He's not even. They are not on the same level. So Casemiro is far better than Ugarte. So and I'm glad Kobe Mainoo is getting getting back
finally.
Because under Ruben Amorim,
I still don't know why they did not give him Ruben Amorim. To be honest,
I don't know.
I know, right?
But still, he could have.
He could have.
A formation that was making him play Ugarte. Why is it that the formation cannot make him play
Kobe Mainoo?
Fine, Ugarte is a defensive
to be marking.
Did you see how Kobe Mainoo was in the match against Man City?
I still believe that was because of new manager bounce.
Okay.
To be honest, because new manager bounce.
And why is everybody even scared of Michael Carrick? I'm like, I'm seeing stuff that Michael Carrick is very, very different. It's clinical. Involve me.
Okay.
Tradition Manchester United. Motion play. And Michael Carrick lele. Motion bound players pé aṣọ tẹ́ wọ̀ yìí kí ló carry. And then interim coach.
So one more tẹ́lẹ̀.
No. There's a way. But tẹ́ fi máa bá àwọn ọmọ sọ̀rọ̀ tó wá fi lè gbọ́rọ̀ sí ẹlẹ́nu. Okay, àwọn interview tí Michael Carrick ṣe tí wọ́n ṣe fún lánàá press conference. Ó ní àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ kan tó sọ. Nǹkan tí ó sọ wọ́n bí pé kílódé tó fi ń lo Mbeumo as a first nine tí ó lo Benjamin Sesko as a striker.
Sesko kọ.
Ó sì bend láti lè sọ̀rọ̀. Ọ̀gá ní gbogbo Amorim òun kọ́ sọ máa sọ ohun tó wà nínú ẹ̀ jáde. And then these players wọ́n fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ fún tó pé jọ ọmọ ilé ohun tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nìyẹn. Though tó ń bá ṣe dé stage kan ó lè rẹ̀ wọ́n tó nígbà mú rántí nígbà tí wọ́n dé o lè gọ̀dọ̀ sójà nígbà yẹn.
Ó yẹ kó máa rọmọlé okay.
O lè gọ̀dọ̀ sójà
longevity no dey.
Match bíi méje léraléra ló ní àwọn players máa yòó win fún lè gọ̀dọ̀ sójà.
Kó tó rẹ̀ wọ́n.
Tó rẹ̀ wọ́n pàlẹ́ náà ṣùgbọ́n náà wọ́n rò pé káyọ̀ fẹ́ dá philosophy tí máa yóò fi ń play padà 3-5-2 3-4-3 máa yóò play rí as a formation nínú kárí àwọn kò work rí bọ́ ilé ìbò ṣe dé ó dá mẹ́rin padà sẹ́yìn 2 láàrin 3 níwájú ẹ̀kan níwájú bí máa yóò ṣe ń play ball nìyẹn torí ẹ̀ lọ́la against Arsenal do máa yóò lè máa fẹ́ jáde sí Arsenal lọ́la ṣùgbọ́n máa yóò máa sá sẹ́yìn reason ni pé máa yóò bílẹ̀ nínú counter attack wọ́n ṣe máa ń play nìyẹn kó lè pe Ruben Amorim dé táwọn game tí wọ́n play against Manchester City counter attack ni wọ́n fi win but wọ́n rí ní Arsenal máa play wọ́n á sá sẹ́yìn ṣùgbọ́n ó ṣe é ṣe kí Arsenal kò dominate wọn lọ́la and then game ọ̀la yẹn Ọlọ́run nìkan ló mọ ibi tó máa wú sí.
So he reach your turn I dey inform God.
Yes na maybe inform God abeg.
Ọlọ́run ló mọ nǹkan tó yẹ ò mọ̀ mi ò mọ nǹkan tó máa ṣe ẹ̀ lọ́la yẹn.
But sabi say some club, is it that 1 point or draw? God knows that one. God is your club. You can't say, oh no,
Maybe go Spanish La Liga. The Spanish La Liga games coming up today. Already played an halftime. Rayo Vallecano 0, Osasuna 1, Valencia and Espanyol by 4:15 p.m. Sevilla and Athletic Club by 6:30 p.m. and Villarreal and Real Madrid by 9 p.m. A very quick one because of time. Real Madrid, this is the time for them to pick up the point difference between them and Barcelona. Just 1 point difference right now. And Villarreal is number 3 on the table. So they are not a small team to play with. And they have home advantage because they are playing, in the home of Villarreal. Do you actually think that, Real Madrid, especially under their new coach, that Mourinho to Tassi ni wiki, Otasi Makekari, Otasi Lime, what's that? Chelsea, Otasi
Ojugo.
Kilo Real Madrid coach.
Abelua.
The name no just stick for my head. I don't know why it no one stick for my head. Do you think that they can actually pick up that point, or you think that Real Madrid does not have to deliver for it? If you check the last game, in the Champions League, even looks like as if this new coach like Vinicius Junior, because how you go score goal, you run go your coach gone, organ tight go. I say this one they different.
The thing is, I think he's getting to learn from the mistakes of Xabi Alonso, because he's a coach that doesn't care how big you are, because he was also successful. I don't think there's any player in that Real Madrid squad that is as a player was as successful as Xabi Alonso. Not even Kylian Mbappe. He won the World Cup, he won the Euros, he won the Champions League, he won multiple champions. See, just name it, what trophy. Vinicius is there to win World Cup. Xabi Alonso won in 2010 with Spain. So what are you not talking about? So definitely it feels like, okay, yes, I'm more successful and even like as a player than all of you. So you don't dictate to me. Abelua, what was his success? What was his success as a player? But so I think he's building relationship with Vinicius Junior, who happens to to have felt okay, yes, I was not part of this squad under Xabi Alonso. So he's trying to, and we all know that Vinicius Junior is a good player. When he's at his best, we all know what he can do. So definitely he's just trying to build relationship with this guy. And for Real Madrid, if they want to make sure that the 1 point deficit are behind Barcelona, if they want to get it back, they need to maintain a winning streak until El Clasico. Because that's the only time they could get that point back. If they should get to lose tomorrow, that's 4 points. Trust me, Barcelona, I don't care who they want to play against, they are not going to lose. Because already they are just 1 point after they lost Real Sociedad. They are just 1 point ahead of Real Madrid. So Real Madrid, the only time for them to recover and to extend, because
consistent winning streaks.
Consistent winning streaks until the El Clasico. Okay, now fine, you play the El Clasico now and you play draw. They are still going to be 1 point ahead of you. But if you should get to win, you are going to be 2 points ahead of Barcelona. So definitely you have to keep your head straight so that you can keep getting the winning streak until you play the Clasico. Because if anything short of that, trust me, they are going to lose the league. And I'm certain Florentino Perez, he doesn't care who you are as a coach. As far as Barcelona keeps beating you, because just when you are going the next day, trust me, even if whether you resign or mutual agreement like Xabi Alonso, because that guy was smart, we don't want to see sack in his CV before he get a job. So we quickly talk and say mutual agreement. So if you like, make them allow you, make you allow them sack you.
Before you use yourself.
That's so now.
And now still in the Spanish La Liga games coming up tomorrow. Atletico de Madrid and Mallorca by 2 p.m. Barcelona and Real Oviedo by 4:15 p.m. Real Sociedad and Celta Vigo by 6:30 p.m. Deportivo Alavés and Real Betis by 9 p.m. A quick one is scoreline: Barcelona Real Oviedo. Give me a scoreline.
Smart one.
Give me a scoreline. Barcelona Real Oviedo.
Like 4-2-5-0.
Okay. What about you?
Well, multiple goals, but I think there's not going to be more than 3 goals. That's over 2.5, yeah.
Okay, and in the EPL, Sunderland has finally scored in the 65th minute, yes. 3-1 right now, West Ham and Sunderland. The games coming up in the Italian Serie A today: Como and Torino by 3 p.m. Fiorentina and Cagliari by 6 p.m. and Lecce and Lazio by 8:45 p.m. And tomorrow in the Italian Serie A, Sassuolo and Cremonese by 12:30 p.m. Atalanta and Parma by 3 p.m. Genoa and Bologna by 3 p.m. and Juventus and Napoli by 6 p.m. and Roma and Milan by 8:45 p.m. In the German Bundesliga games coming up today, Bayer Leverkusen with the Bremen by 3:30 p.m. Bayern Munich and Augsburg by 3:30 p.m. Frankfurt and Hoffenheim by 3:30 p.m. FC and Bremen and RB Leipzig by 3:30 p.m. Mainz and Wolfsburg by 3:30 p.m. and Union Berlin and Dortmund by 6:30 p.m. And on Sunday, Gladbach and VSB Stuttgart by 3:30 p.m. Freiburg and Cologne by 5:30 p.m. And in the French Ligue 1 games coming up today, Reims and Lorient by 5 p.m., Le Havre and Monaco by 7 p.m., Marseille and Lens by 9:05 p.m. And games coming up tomorrow in the French Ligue 1, since Nantes and Nice by 3 p.m., Brest and Toulouse by 5:15 p.m., Metz and Lyon by 5:15 p.m., Paris FC and Angers by 5:15 p.m., and Lille and Strasbourg by 8:45 p.m. Yes, this is the time that we take our leave right now. Okay, let's see our advice.
Yes, now don't listen to us today. Shall be well within our forever. My name no change. Okay, in the picking of video, like we could catch up later on Monday by 7:30 a.m. on the English side of the sporting story. That's AM Sports. Bye for now.
And I do. Okay, my name is Lizet Femi-oloyade, your one and only Baabiee. Thank you for listening to World's Weekend to the Sport today. Next week, Saturday, same time, same station. Enjoy the rest of the day. Bye for now.
Just another radio station. Wells Radio 89.3 FM. Broadcasting from Ibadan or your state brings you wholesome programs for you and your family.